Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it is a wrong thing to do if you're an astrologer or Feng Shui practitioner and you're providing free of charge bazi or astrological reading to your clients. I'm just saying that you should not distort the accuracy and authenticity of the reading in such a way to mislead the clients into buying your Feng Shui items or rituals. The trend in the Feng Shui industry in Singapore is getting scarier day by day. Many self-claimed masters are providing free of charge bazi reading and then try to sell you Feng Shui items that are hundreds to thousands of dollars, which you can actually buy from Taobao for only a few dollars. Many of the so-called masters are self-taught nowadays. Perhaps after reading a few books or articles online, then suddenly they become masters and then begin buying items on Taobao and try to customize them in some ways and sell you at least 10 times the price. Such a trend is not healthy. Just like all professional services, the practitioners of that discipline should be well trained. And in the best scenarios, this practitioner should at least have been trained under a more senior mentor, and that there should be a proper lineage in which his discipline and knowledge can be chased. It is just dangerous to get yourself involved with all who claims to be masters but actually have no proper knowledge of this profound philosophical knowledge framework. In some extreme cases, there are also masters who claims to have the ability to suddenly understood how to calculate bazi within just 2 weeks after the 玄天上帝 took over his body. But most people in Singapore are not well informed in terms of how to identify a genuine Feng Shui practitioner or astrologer. Thus, I will share some of my honest opinions regarding how to identify a genuine and real Feng Shui practitioner or astrologer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it is a wrong thing to do if you're an astrologer or Feng Shui practitioner and you're providing free of charge bazi or astrological reading to your clients. I'm just saying that you should not distort the accuracy and authenticity of the reading in such a way to mislead the clients into buying your Feng Shui items or rituals. Just like when a patient is totally okay but see a doctor, and the doctor, for the sake of selling his medicines, provide free of charge diagnosis for the patient, and then telling the patient, oh, you have a terminal illness and you should take this medicine for the rest of your life. I think this is totally unethical, and this is happening in the Feng Shui industry in Singapore. All these stories are revealed to me by my clients who come to me for help, and I believe that awareness should be raised regarding such unethical practices. And being a Feng Shui practitioner or astrologer, it is also a profession about helping people, and one should always put the best interest of the clients in mind, instead of misleading them due to the purpose of profit maximization. An astrological reading cannot solve every single one of your personal problems. If your situation is overwhelming or involves bodily harm, a real astrologer will refer you to counseling or other resources. It is the truth that we all carry with us certain karma from our previous lives, and no negative karma can be eliminated completely. A genuine astrologer, besides advising you on what will be the best course of actions to take to solve your problems, will also encourage you to have proper self-cultivation. For instance, by cultivating more positive merits to better the karmic consequences in your life. Feng Shui advices in some cases can also be adopted, but be cautious if the so-called masters are only interested in pushing to you the items available in his shop to increase sales volume. Then you should instinctively know that something is wrong. In terms of Feng Shui, not all problems can be solved simply by purchasing certain amulets or crystal. Those who understand bazi will know that some amulets or crystals to some birth charts would actually bring about adverse effects. It is a fact that in Singapore, many so-called masters import only crystals or jade from China at a very low cost, then give you a free bazi consultation and then advise you to buy whatever is in stock. whereas some simply string together certain stone or crystal beads of the standard colors or types and simply sell it to you, claiming that they will better your life regardless of the type of formation of your Bazi chart. This is wrong simply because we all are born with completely different charts. It's like saying that you can simply take vitamin C and that it will cure every single type of illness you have. The philosophy of Bazi is always about achieving balance. And for those people who have a strong day master of the earth element, for example, will cause more imbalance by having more crystal or jade on their body or at home. And this will bring about negative impact both for wealth and for health. Therefore, an astrologer who pushes you hard to buy a Feng Shui item, firstly by offering you a free of charge Bazi reading, is most of the time fake. Many of you out there are also business owners yourself and are clever enough to identify such free of charge services to attract your attention, which very often work very well in Singapore. Additionally, an astrologer or Feng Shui practitioner who claim to be able to make you rich and famous overnight is likely to be fake. If his existing clientele was really that rich and famous right after getting a free Bazi reading and buying one of his Feng Shui items, then this master would be making a good living and not needing to advertise. This master would have earned enough money to retire. Furthermore, a real astrologer will take at least a day or two, sometimes longer, to create your chart and study it in great details before delivering you a meticulous interpretation and provide you with enough time to ask questions. In some cases, a real astrologer will also make an effort to ask questions regarding your job, your gender, orientation, and house layout to further fine-tune the reading to improve on accuracy. A real astrologer charges professional rates for consultations. Remember that they are also humans with needs and families to feed. They have worked hard on studying your chart and provide accurate interpretation and advices which will help you to make better decisions in life. And through his efforts, you will not have to get the same reading done over again. This will lower your chances of meeting a fake astrologer who wastes both your money and time. Real astrologers often provide you a report to read for future reference, so that you can always have a destiny roadmap to refer to years down the road. Today's astrologers company use computers to calculate astrological charts, but proper chart interpretation can be done only by a human astrologer. It's like your doctor who gets the results of your lab tests, but he has been specially trained and educated as to how to interpret what the results mean for you. Certain astrological calculations are also abstract in nature, with metaphorical meanings that cannot be understood or interpreted by the computers. A computer will also not be able to empathetically and sincerely listen to your problems and understand your emotions, or advise you what type of new attitude, interactional patterns, or behaviors to adopt towards solving your human problems. Therefore, computers have their limitations in plotting an accurate chart and provide you with a relevant consultation or answering you questions in a way that only humans can understand. That is also the reason why I have pursued a bachelor degree in psychology and a master degree in counseling, as this will be the best way for me to understand my clients, always putting their interests first in mind and advising in a way that helps to change their thinking and behaviors for the better. As the saying goes, to change destiny, we must first change our heart. 改运先改心. Nothing can change if you don't first adopt a new perspective on your own life. Real astrologers don't want to scare people, they want to help people. They will be constructive in their advices and work with the clients in practical ways, both by changing their environmental factors and inner mindset to improve one's life condition. However, some so-called masters I have witnessed are simply evil. They will blame all your problems on black magics, 杠头, or spiritual attacks, and then charge you an exorbitant fees to perform an exorcism. They also claims to be reincarnation of gods or Buddhas and now advertise on Facebook and take payments via credit cards. Lastly, a real astrologer will not be so specific as to say, oh, your husband is having an affair with your best friend, or you will lose your job in the next 2 weeks and then go to work at 7-Eleven, for example. A genuine and real astrologer will explain on planetary conditions, probability, and likelihoods. For example, saying something like, you are currently entering a new destiny trend, and for the next 2 years, job or career matters may be challenging. It may help you in this area of life if you become more serious and organized. No real astrologer will speculate about your lifespan, and they will also not tell you the exact date, hour, minute, or second certain thing will take place. They will also not tell you, for instance, when you will meet your soulmate or what his name is. This is because astrology is just one of the many factors affecting our lives. Our environmental factors or Feng Shui, educational level, the people we frequently interact with, the type of government and the type of country one is in, your own free will and other social political factors, as well as natural disasters will all affect our lives in one way or another. And of course, our karma will affect our life most profoundly. Someone who has done a lot of good deeds will definitely experience a positive change in their destiny. As I have taught before, the karmic palace or Fu De Gong in Ziwei Dou Shu chart often shows our karma. At the same time, it also shows our thinking and behavior, given that Fu means fortune and De means action. And the best way to improve our karma is to improve our actions. For instance, Sir Run Run Shaw, or in Cantonese called Xiu Yat Fu, was the founder of the TVB, which was the most famous television company in Hong Kong. He was one of the most successful tycoons in Hong Kong and lived a very long life. And it was well known to many people in Hong Kong that he conducted many charities, such as donating coffees to the dead and helped many people who suffer from financial problems. Therefore, he is a very good example for many of us to follow and learn from. We are constantly generating new karma in life. Whenever we take the right action, new karma is generated. And since nothing can escape the laws of cause and effect, your new positive karma will definitely generate new positive destiny outcomes. That's also why a real astrological reading will help to determine what's the best way to generate new karma leading to a new and better destiny outcome. I hope this video will prevent you from being scammed in Singapore. Please like, share and subscribe as I will continue to reveal to you the secrets in the Feng Shui industry in Singapore so that you'll be well informed and not be cheated by the many so-called masters. Lastly, may all have good health and may peace, prosperity, happiness and blessings be contagious in your life.